that you chose to spend your evening with us celebrating Holi and supporting the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. So thank you very much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. We have a very packed program planned for you this evening. We have a lot of great talent in the room, musicians, singers, dancers, and a lot more. So we're going to get started right away and open the program with an opening prayer that will be done by Pandit Vishnu Surajpal, and then that will be followed by Bhajan Jai Ganesh led by Beto Ram Singh from the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir Kirtan Group. So sit back and enjoy the program.
Friends, one of the fundamental principles of Sanatan Vedic Dharma is that before we start any function, we want to make sure that we give thanks unto the feet of that Supreme Being. Today is no exception. So I would like to ask each and every one of you to just bow your heads and let us offer a prayer at the feet of Bhagwan, seeking out his blessings and guidance for this beautiful occasion and celebration of ours. Om Gajananam Bhu Gananadi Sevitam Kapi Sajambu Falachara Umasutam Shakavinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pankajam Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shubha Shanti Hari Om. Thank you.
Jai Sitaram, Namaste for one and all. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. लडवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लडवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। एक दंत धायावंत चार बुझे धारी, चार बुझे धारी। माथे सिंदूर सो मुस्की सवारी, मुस्की सवारी। दुखियों के दुख हरे परमानंद देवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जन के पुत्र दीदे निर्धन तुम्हारा निर्धन तुम्हारा बहु से पार करना ते वचन करो सेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जनी पार्वती जी पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिलने उससे को ज्ञान मिलने उससे को और तुझे और भला भाव में किसे को भाव में किसे को हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जनी पार्वती जी पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा लड्डूवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा लड्डूवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जगी पार्वती जी पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा ओम तत्सरि ओम
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to present to you the members of the National Indian Orchestra. On the keyboard here is Krishna Mahoto. On the guitar is Mikey. On the controls is Brian. On the drums here is a young man that came a very long way. His name is Avishkar Budram. Most of you here probably know him. Ladies and gentlemen, on the tabla is Gajan. Please put your hands together for members of the National Indian Orchestra. We also have some vocals. On the male vocals is Mr. Vidyasagar, and we have Armila Prashad, and of course, yours truly. I'm very happy now to present to you the first singer for this segment, Mr. Vidyasagar, and Armila is you chorusing, right? Good. And we're going to have Bari Dehai Nandalala, right?
yes
Ladies and gentlemen, Vidyasagar.
thank you Prakash
बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला बाल बाल एक एक से पूछे कहाँ है मुरली वाला रे बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला कोई न जाए कुंज गलन में तुझ बिन कलियां चुनने को तुझ बिन कलियां चुनने को कोई न जाए कुंज गलन में तुझ बिन कलियां चुनने को तुझ बिन कलियां चुनने को तरस रहे तरस रहे हैं जमुना के तट धुन मुरली की सुनने को धुन मुरली की सुनने को अब तो दर्श दिखा दे नट खट क्यों दुविधा में डाला रे बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला धरती जिस पर तूने जन्म लिया, जिस पर तूने जन्म लिया, पूरा कर दे, पूरा कर दे आज वचन जो गीता में जो तूने किया, गीता में जो तूने किया। कोई नहीं है तुझ बिन मोहन भारत का रखवाला रे, बढ़ दे भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला, ओ बढ़ दे भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला। बाल बाल एक एक से पूछे कहाँ है मुरली वाला रे, बढ़ दे भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला, बढ़ दे भई नंद लाला तेरी राहत के ब्रिज बाला। थैंक यू,
Thank you.
तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू मुखड़े को छुपा लो आंचल में, कहीं मेरी नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू अकेले फिरा करो, सबकी नजर से डरा करो, यूं न अकेले फिरा करो, सबकी नजर से डरा करो, फूल से ज्यादा नाजुक हो तुम, चाल संभल कर चला करो, जुल्फों को गिरा लो गालों पर, मौसम की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू झलक जो पाता है, राही वही रुक जाता है, एक झलक जो पाता है, राही वही रुक जाता है, देख के तेरा रूप सलोना, चांद सर को झुकाता है, देखा न करो तुम आईना, कहीं खुद की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे, चश्म बदू। थैंक यू, थैंक
दो दिल
सबको हो रही है, हाँ सबको हो रही है खबर, चुपके चुपके हो दो दिल मिल रहे हैं मगर चुपके चुपके। सांसों में बड़ी बेकरारी, आंखों में कई रत जगे, सांसों में बड़ी बेकरारी, आंखों में कई रत जगे, कभी कहीं लग जाए दिल तो कहीं फिर दिल ना लगे, अपनी दिल में जरा दम लूं जादू का मैं इसे नाम दूं, जादू कर रहा है, जादू कर रहा है असर, चुपके चुपके ओ दो दिल मिल रहे हैं मगर चुपके चुपके। ऐसी बोली बन कर है बैठे जैसे कोई बात नहीं, सब कुछ नजर आ रहा है, दिन है ये रात नहीं, क्या है कुछ भी नहीं है अगर हो तो पे है खामोशी मगर बातें कर रही है, बातें कर रही है नजर, चुपके चुपके हो दो दिल मिल रहे हैं मगर चुपके चुपके। कहीं आग लगने से पहले उठा है ऐसा दुआर, जैसे है इधर का नजारा वैसा है उधर का समान, दिल में कैसी कसक सी जगी, दोनों जानिब बराबर लगी, देखो तो इधर है, देखो तो इधर है, उधर चुपके चुपके हो दो दिल मिल रहे हैं खबर, चुपके चुपके सबको हो रही है
My job tonight is to welcome you and to thank you again, and also thank all of our performers, as well as the countless volunteers who have been planning this for months now. In terms of welcoming you, I wanted to give you a little bit of background about our Mandir. The Mandir was founded by Brahmacharya Sesnarayan Maharaj, who many of us, all of us probably fondly know and remember as Pandit Ses. Earlier today, in preparation for thinking about what I would say, I went and looked at our newsletter. Every quarter we publish a newsletter. This is what it looks like. And you can find it on our website, mdmilanmandir.com. In the newsletter, it gives some information about our history, because we actually were founded 35 years ago. So I won't give away my age, but that's almost as old as I am. Our Mandir, the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir, was the first religious, cultural, and spiritual home to members of the Indo-Caribbean community in this region. And looking across the room tonight, I see so many of you who crossed through the doors of the Milan Mandir over the past 35 years. Our guru, Pandit Ses, his mission in life was to use Vedic knowledge to help others fulfill their purpose, the purpose of their human birth, through spiritual growth and social and cultural exploration. Even though Pandit Ses isn't with us physically anymore, his mission, his life's mission, lives on in the very spirit and heart of our organization. In the newsletter, let's hear it for that. In the newsletter, we shared some of his writings, and those of you who knew and remember Pandit Ses, he was a prolific writer, wonderful speaker, and we have so much of what he's written to share with us these days. And we shared some of it in the newsletter, and this was a piece that he had written called The Real Joy of Living. And I thought that it was appropriate, given that we're celebrating tonight Holi, which is one of the most joyous times of year for our culture. In that, he told us that happiness is measured by the tranquility of one's mind. Happiness is measured by the tranquility of one's mind. So he goes through and he says, well, can you find happiness in an object? Not really, because if that was true, everyone would get the same sense of gratification from every single object. But someone heard that and maybe moved it on their own, I don't know. So happiness is measured by the tranquility of one's own mind. And I think that that statement reminds us why Mandirs exist. And now, 35 years later, it's wonderful that there are so many Mandirs in every different part of our region, where members can go to get back to that sense of tranquility. It reminds us that that sense of peace and happiness is in fact what we're all looking for. Life is so stressful these days. There's violence that we hear about in the media, and going to Mandir every Sunday brings us back to that sense within ourselves that everything is okay, that there actually is peace and tranquility, and it starts within ourselves. And so whether it's through listening and discussing the Gita or the Ramayana, or singing in Kirtan, we've heard some wonderful singing tonight, would you agree? Thank you for the singers. Dancing, you'll see some wonderful dancing tonight. Meditation, yoga, all of these are ways that each of us can get back to that center within ourselves of peace, tranquility, and ultimately happiness, what will make us happy. And so if you've been yearning for that, our goal is to make our Mandir a home for you to come to. And along those lines, many changes have been happening recently in our Mandir that will really make our space one that will fulfill that purpose. So we're in the midst of a very significant renovation project, and we've been closed for a few weeks, and I know everyone is excited to see things as they progress. We will be open next Sunday to celebrate Pagwa, but the renovations are intended to make our space more suitable, not only for our weekly service, but also for the spiritual discourse that happens every week, to make space for classes. That's something that so many people have been saying. I wish that there were classes available in our community, in our Mandir, for things like kirtan, for things like yoga, meditation, dance. Our building is large, our land is very large, and it just needed a little bit of renovation to get it to that point. And so I really look forward to welcoming each and every one of you through the doors of our Mandir over the coming weeks, to show you our new space, to talk about what you want to see within the walls of the Mandir that will help you find that sense of tranquility. Because after all, that's what we're all searching for. So please join us at our Mandir every Sunday morning. For more information, you can go to our website. I mentioned it before, mdmilanmandir.com. You can also like us on our Facebook page. Go there right tonight after the event and like us, and that'll be a way to get information. And at the welcome desk, there was also a sign-in sheet where you can give us your contact information, your email, and we'll add you to our email list, and that's the way that we convey all of our communications. And so, thank you so much again to each of you for coming out tonight. This has been a wonderful program so far, and there is much more yet to come. And so, happy Holi to everyone, and enjoy the rest of the show.
दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ कैसे ढूंढे कोई उनको नहीं कदमों की निशान दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाती है कहाँ जाने है जाने है वो कौन नगरिया आए जाए कथन खबरिया आए जब जब उनकी यादें हो तो जैसे फरियादें जाने फिरना आने वाले जाने चले जाती है कहाँ दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ जैसे दीपक बाती अच्छे चढ़ गए हो ऐसे सावन की जाती ही जैसे बादल काले काले जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाती है कहाँ कैसे ढूंढे कोई उनको नहीं कदमों की निशान दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाती है कहाँ दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाती है कहाँ